Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dell. Today we'll be designing a stool, a small one. It's a beginner level project. All dimensions are in inches. The material is 3/4 inch wood, pine. The stool design was inspired by vegetable sellers sitting on small stools in Vietnam. The overall length of the stool is 12 inches. The overall width is 8 inches and the overall height is 6 inches. The stool consists of 6 parts, one top, one middle support, left-right leg, and 2 dowel rods, which are 1/2 inch in diameter and 1.5 inch long, with 1/16 of an inch chamfer on both sides. Looking at the top, there's 3 cutouts at 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch wide to receive the middle support and the left and right leg. In the middle support, there are 2 holes, 1/2 an inch in diameter, to receive the dowel rods. The left-right leg has a cutout here in the center to receive the middle support. In this project, we'll be using convert entities, offset entities, copy entities, move entities, rotate entities, mirror entities, Extruded Boss, selected contour, chamfer, mirror bodies, and edit appearance. So let's get started and design this tool. Okay, so let's design the stool. File, new, part, okay. Save drawing as stool. Go to Systems option, Document Properties, Units, we'll be drawing in inches, dimensioning to 3 decimal places, okay. Apply scene, I'm gonna go plain white. Starting with the top plane, sketch, draw center, rectangle, okay. I'm going to delete that center midpoint. I'm going to apply some relations. Select the top line, the bottom line, parallel, horizontal, okay. This line and that line, vertical and parallel, okay. I'm just going to show the relations, parallel, horizontal, parallel, vertical. I'm going to turn it off now, view sketch relations. Okay, I'm going to give it some dimension, 12 inches, 6 inches, I'm going to move it from that middle point of the rectangle, hold shift to the origin. Make relation coincident. Okay. Draw another center rectangle. Same thing, I'm going to delete that center point, midpoint. Select that line, that vertical line, make it vertical, parallel. Okay. That horizontal line, that line, parallel, horizontal, okay. Same thing, I'm going to select the midpoint of the rectangle, hold shift, select the origin, make relations coincident, okay. Got to apply some dimension. So this is 4 inches. This is 3/4 of an inch, 0.750. Okay, now I'm going to copy that rectangle. Go up here, move entities, copy entities. I'm going to select that rectangle, those lines from start point. I'm going to select the midpoint, move it out here, escape. I'm going to go up here again, rotate entities, select that, those lines, center of rotation, the middle point, angle 90 degrees, okay, and then now it's done. Now I'm going to exit. I got my, okay, my rotation. I'm going to move entities again. I'm going to select the entities, start point, that middle point, move it somewhere here, give it some dimensions, that line, and that line, 0.750, 3/4 of an inch. From that top line to that line, 1 inch. Okay, that dimension is 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And one more dimension. One here to that line, 1 inch. It's centered. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a center line down the middle of the top. Okay. Mirror entities at the top here. Mirror entities, all those lines. Mirror about the center line. Okay. Give it a dimension, smart dimension. That line and that line. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Our drawing is fully defined. Let's extrude it. Extruded Boss. The arrow is showing up. I want it to go down. And I want it to be blind and not mid-plane. Blind. 3/4 of an inch. And I want to reverse the arrow down. Okay. So now we got our top. Now we're going to draw on the front plane. I'm going to go front plane, show. Select the front plane, sketch. I'm going to go to display style here at the top. Display hidden lines. Okay, so I'm going to convert entities. I'm going to convert that line, convert that line, convert that line, and convert that line. Now I'm going to do some trimming. Trim this line, this line. Okay. Okay, I'm going to offset entities. And I want to offset 3.750, 3 3/4 of an inch. This line down. Okay. I'm going to trim again. Trim this line in the middle. I don't need that. Okay, draw a line. There to there. I'm going to offset now. Offset 2 inches. This line down. Offset again, 1.5 inch. This line in. Trim that line, these lines. Okay, now I'm gonna draw a center line up here from the origin down there. I'm gonna make sure it's vertical. Apply relation, vertical. Okay. I'm going to mirror entities, select those 3 lines, mirror about that center line. Okay. I'm going to trim entities, power trim, trim that. My drawing is fully defined. I got my contour highlighted, shaded. Okay. Now I'm going to, nope, before I extrude it, I got to add the holes. So I'm going to draw the holes right here. Okay. Smart dimension. From here to here, center of the circle to the top line there is 1 inch. From the center of the circle to the line here is 1/2 inch. The diameter of the hole is 1/2 inch. For the dowel rods, okay, now I'm going to mirror that. I'm going to select the hole, mirror about, copy that center line. Okay, so now I'm ready to extrude. Extruded Boss base. I'm going to turn on shaded. I'm going to look at it from the top view, and it's showing me from that side, so it's going into the material. I don't want that. So I wanted to unmerge result, and I wanted the direction to be mid-plane. Now it fills the cutout for the middle support. Okay. Okay. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to hide the front plane now. Okay. So it looks right. All right. I'm going to draw or sketch on this face right here on the left side. Okay. So I'm going to right click, sketch, and I want to draw from the left side. That's my preference. All right. So I'm going to also go here, display style again, show hidden lines. Now I'm going to select this line, hold shift to select multiple lines, that line, select this vertical line and that one. So I got 4 lines selected, convert entities. I'm going to trim this line, and this line. I'm going to convert entities again. I'm going to select this line. I'm going to hover over it, right click, select loop to get that rectangle right there, that cutout for the middle support to go through the leg. So convert entities. Okay, so I have that now. I'm going to draw a center line from the origin vertically down. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's vertical. Apply relations, or all right. So it's vertical. Now I'm going to apply a dimension to it. It should be 6 inches. So it's 5.5. So I'm going to put 6 inches, about 5.5. So 6 inches. All right. So it's shifted a bit. So I'm going to select that point, top point of the line, hold shift, select the origin, make coincident. Okay. Now it's fully defined. I'm going to draw the circle cutout at the bottom, the arc. And I know the radius is 1.5, so the diameter is 3 inches. So 3 inches. Okay. Draw a line from the center of the circle horizontally over. I'm going to make that relation horizontal. Okay. Smart dimension. 4 inches. Okay. Draw a line to connect that point with that point. Okay. And I'm going to start trimming now. Trim that circle. I don't need that line. Okay. And I'm going to give it a smart dimension, an angular one, just to define the drawing. Okay. Now I'm going to mirror these 3. So I'm going to go to mirror entities. These 3, the arc and the 2 lines. Window selected, mirror about the center line. Okay. And I have my contour shaded and I'm ready to extrude. Fully defined. Features, Extruded Boss, base. And now I'm going to select selected contour. So I want it to be, I don't want it to be in the mid plane. I want it to be blind. And going that way, which I want it to the right. I don't want merge result. Unselect that. 3/4 of an inch thick. All right. Selected contours. So I'm going to select that, that, and that. Okay. And I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to display shaded. Okay. So I have, all right, my leg with the cutout. All right. So now I'm going to go and highlight the front plane again. Front plane, sketch. Go over to this hole, convert entities to draw that circle. So we don't have to draw it, we can just convert it. And it's just 1/2 inch diameter. Now I'm going to extrude it to get my dowel rod, and I can't see it clearly, so I'm going to go to the left side view here. I'm going to unmerge result. I want 1.5 inches long, and I want it to go from the mid plane there in the center of the middle support. Okay, so mid plane, 1.5 inches. All right, so okay. Now I'm going to apply the 1/16 of an inch chamfer. Go up here, fillet, drop down arrow, chamfer, angle and distance. The angle is 45 degrees. The distance is 0.0625, which is 1/16 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to select this edge, click it, and then it highlights this thing here, pops up that beside the X, and I select it to get both edges chamfered. Okay. Go to perspective view, diametric. Now I'm going to show the right plane so I can do mirroring. I'm going to mirror those bodies. Mirror face plane, the right plane. Bodies to mirror, the left leg. Okay. And the dowel rod. Okay, so it's called chamfer 1, all right. Okay, no, I don't want to merge, all right. So I got my 2 bodies to mirror. Okay, so I should have 6 bodies altogether, and I do. So I'm gonna hide the right plane. Now I'm gonna apply appearance to make it look nice. Okay, so I'm gonna select the boss here. I'm gonna hold control, select the mid support, the left leg. I don't want the chamfer, I know that's the dowel rod. I want this one, the mirror 1-1. Okay, so I got my right leg. Okay, 4 items, 4 bodies. I'm gonna go here. Apply appearance. I'm gonna go to wood, organic. I'm gonna go to wood folder. Open it. I'm gonna go to the pine folder. The first one here, polished pine 2D. All right. Now I'm going to select that chamfer 1, which is that dowel rod right there, and then hold control, select mirror 1, which is the right dowel rod, right side, and I'm going to go again over here, and it's already open, wood, pine. I'm going to go to walnut to give it some contrast, so I'm going to go polish walnut, okay, to highlight that it's different. Material, so it's a 1/2 inch dowel rod. Okay. So, looking at it from the front view, the left side view, the top view, the bottom view, and the diametric view. Okay, there we have it. The stool project is designed. I hope you like it. If so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.